So everyone wants a disciplined brain. You know, the kind where you wake up at 5 a.m., meditate, run 10 miles, read Marcus Aurelius, and then politely tell your boss you can't come into work today because you're already too enlightened. But unfortunately, most of us don't have a disciplined brain. We have a raccoon brain. It wakes up at noon, rummages around in the trash for dopamine, and then cries when the Wi-Fi goes out. So, what's the easiest way to fix this? Well, science says discipline comes from consistent habits. But science also says the universe is infinite, so I don't think they're exactly the best at giving practical advice. Instead, let's look at the actual options. Step 1. Remove temptation. If you don't want to eat cookies, don't keep them in the house. If you don't want to doom scroll TikTok, delete the app. And if you don't want to text your ex at 3 a.m., break your thumbs. Simple. Step 2. Trick your brain. The brain is like a toddler with a credit card. It wants everything now. So you have to sneak vegetables into its chicken nuggets. Example. Want to go to the gym? Tell yourself you're just going to put on your shoes. That's it. The shoes are basically a binding contract at that point, and before you know it, you're squatting heavy weights, or more realistically, lying on the mat pretending to stretch while scrolling Instagram. Step 3. Create shame-based accountability. Everyone knows discipline comes from the fear of humiliation, so the easiest way to stay disciplined is to tell a friend about your goals. If you fail, you'll look like an idiot. This is why marriage works. Step 4. Use the 5-minute rule. Can't focus? Just do something for 5 minutes. Because usually after 5 minutes, you'll either get into the flow or you'll quit. But quitting after 5 minutes feels so pathetic that you'll probably keep going anyway. Unless you're me, in which case you'll quit and then spend the next 3 hours watching productivity videos about why you quit. Now, at this point, you might be asking, wait, isn't this just common sense? And yes, it is. But the problem is that common sense doesn't work on the brain. The brain doesn't care that staying up until 4 a.m. watching conspiracy documentaries ruins your next day. It only cares that you now know Avril Lavigne was allegedly replaced by a clone named Melissa, which, by the way, explains her career. So the real easiest way to discipline your brain is this. Stop trying to be perfect, because every time you mess up, you won't spiral into shame eating an entire pizza. Instead, you'll just be like, oops, raccoon brain took over again, and move on. Think of it less like discipline and more like parenting yourself. Sometimes you'll feed your brain broccoli. Sometimes you'll give it an iPad so it shuts up. And that's basically it. If you can parent your raccoon brain just enough to not ruin your own life, congratulations, you're disciplined.